What is the most likely defense to your malpractice case? There are two common defenses. The first defense is called the unavoidable complication defense. The second defense is blame the patient. Let's start with number one. If you go for an operation, they will have you sign a form before the operation called the informed consent document. This document is a boilerplate generic document that lists about basically everything under the moon bad could happen to you, including death. You're asked to sign it before the operation. Maybe a nurse will ask you, do you have any questions? So then you undergo the operation. Let's say it's a back operation. You come out of the operation and your back is 10 times worse than what it was before. You think, I've got to have a case, right? But here's where the defense comes in. The doctor, whether he be an orthopedic surgeon, a neurosurgeon, would say, I explained the risk of surgery in the informed consent document. I explained the risk with the patient accepted the risks and signed off on the form. That's called the unavoidable complication defense. And what that means is that the bad outcome that you had as the patient was an unavoidable complication of the operation or procedure that was explained to you before the operation, and you accepted the risk of this bad outcome. That is a very common defense called the unavoidable complication defense. The second most common defense is blame the patient. Let's say that you go to the hospital with chest pain. You tell the doctor that you've never had this before, it's severe, it's like an elephant sitting on your chest and you're wrenching in pain. Instead of doing a full workup of blood tests and an EKG and different tests to monitor the heart, the doctor says, don't worry about it, it's gastric pain, you're fine, sends you home, and the next day you have a horrible heart attack. But there's a catch. The doctor will say, wait a minute, I explained to the patient that when he leaves my office, he should go immediately to the cardiologist, and he should immediately get nitroglycerin or medication that will help get blood to the heart. That's what's called blame the patient. The doctor will blame you for not following his directions. So even though you went to the doctor to treat for chest pain, that doctor will say, wait, I gave him instructions to go to a cardiologist that day. He didn't follow my directions. Blame the patient. That is a very common defense. And that, along with the unavoidable complication defense, is what you're going to face in your case. If you'd like more information, you can get the free ebook, The 7 Deadly Mistakes of Malpractice Victims, on the homepage of my website, protectingpatientrights.com.